Hey everybody, it's DJ. So for our immersive literacies, I don't want to call it project, but discussion, I am focusing primarily on Hubs by Mozilla. I'm very intrigued by it as it's a relatively new platform. One thing that I've noticed within the classroom, I'm currently working with a hybrid model with students who are still fully remote, and as a social studies teacher, I'm losing that. In my opinion, I'm losing that engagement factor where the students, can work in groups, can walk around the room, whether looking at primary sources, doing that group work aspect, instead of just that direct instruction, which I seem to just, being in this cycle that I can't get out of, despite certain tools like Nearpod and things like that. When I do put the students in breakout rooms, let's say I'm on a Zoom call and I put them in breakout rooms, everyone's camera magically seems to go off and participation doesn't really seem to be, getting the desired effect that I want it to. So I'm focusing primarily on Mozilla Hubs. I've actually began to build within Mozilla Hubs. I know that this according to the thing, and this says you could create. I've actually already started creating. So this is almost going to be like a mini tour here. But let's dive into the room that I've created. Hubs is very simple. We're just going to go ahead. Once you're on this page, you can click Create Room. I've been working in this same room for about a week now. So I have the URL saved, and you just join the room. It'll ask you for the microphone test. As you can see, mine's working. I'll enter the room. And what we have here is, well, we have my my room. I'll stand on top of this desk to give you a better view. And what this is this is supposed to be my classroom, a virtual classroom, where the students can come in and they can take part in things like gallery walks. They're using the images. Each aspect of my World War I unit has a different aspect that they will go to in the classroom as the second half of my blended learning environment. So when we talk about what it's like to be in the trenches and modern technologies, you can see here that I have an embedded video. And they're in the classroom. So once this video is playing, everyone in the classroom can hear it. You individually could turn it down or up. If I just go ahead and hit play, it starts playing right there. And you can hear it. Again, you can full screen it, you can tilt it, you can restart it over. It's all right within the one setting, almost as if they're in my classroom and it's on a TV somewhere. You can add 3D objects. Obviously, like I added this soldier here. You have other different things. So when I talk about the causes of World War I, I've embedded like a secondary, I don't want to call it a mini lesson, but it's almost a PowerPoint that has a lot of different images embedded in it, questions, so on and so forth. They can click here, open link, and it'll bring them to that link. Same with the U.S. involvement, and I have some other things as well. So it's really just taking away from that flat surface. This is one of my favorite aspects of it. The propaganda wall. So one of my lessons, if we were in school, would be the students walking around answering a series of questions, working in groups about primary source images. And you can see that I've created this entire wall where the students can go. If they're all in here together, they can talk almost as if it's a Zoom call, and their avatars will talk to each other. So it's creating that collaborative space while they're outside of the classroom. It also doesn't have them on camera. I've noticed that when the students have an avatar, they're much more likely to talk and contribute rather than if they're on camera. So that is an aspect as well. And then another aspect that I've embedded, I'm working on another wall here. This will be the new technologies thing. Again, I'll have a video here. I'll have some interactive materials probably being pasted here. And then to supplement the end of the lesson, which is kind of like my closeout, we have an end of the unit writing assignment where they're basically going to take bits and pieces of all of these things and put them in a rafting assignment where they assume the role of a soldier living in the trenches. This is the PDF. If you click on it, view it, you can pull it up. It'll show you what it is. You could also kind of just click. I'm sure students will just do this here. You can take a photo of it. So that's what I just did here. That way the student has it saved on their computer, or you could just double click. You know, I am at work right now. I don't know if everyone's on the Wi-Fi at the same time, but when I was in here yesterday, this wasn't blurry. It's readable, and they could see exactly, you know, what they are getting graded on the rubric. But anyway, I feel like this platform takes away from the idea of like a typical paper pencil idea, and it makes it almost feel like they're in the classroom. And you can do a lot of different things with this. You could do just regular group work, regular collaboration. One problem with this is that the rooms are capped at about 24. However, you can add secondary classrooms. So just like I have all of these links here, I could have a secondary link to another classroom. So if I have more than 25, I can have them into different things as long as they have the link. Mute yourself. I can create objects. I will say that creating objects is very, very easy. The difficult thing is aligning them up like so they look like they're on the wall. That has been a struggle for me. I think I'm finally getting the hang of it. I started this on Monday. It is now Thursday. But you can see here, like this is a little tilted. So there are some imperfections here, but I have piloted this and shown it to about 5 students so far. I've had them enter the room. I've had them interact with each other. And I will say the feedback that I'm getting from the students is that they are psyched. This is definitely going against the norm of a typical Zoom classroom. So that in itself, it also has that game features feel, you know, where they already, almost like a Minecraft feel where they can interact, they can build. Well, they themselves can't build, but it does have that feeling where they're almost playing a game. So they almost forget that they're in this history class and almost feel that they're in this immersive game where they're playing. So learning is fun that way. In my opinion, I believe that answers the question. I'd love feedback. Anybody wants to let me know. All right. Have a great day.